Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We're back again with all the latest tea that happened on TikTok this week, and safe to say, it's not gonna leave you bored. Before we continue, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for notifications. Let's begin. We'll start with the biggest news of the day. Addison Rae and Bryce Hall make it official. There are only a few TikTok stars that are as loved as Addison Rae. All the love she gets also means that people want the best for her. They want to be happy for her and they want her to be happy. Which sometimes ends up also meaning that her name gets linked with other influencers all the time. The person she's most linked with though is Bryce Hall. Throughout their time on TikTok, the two have been pretty close. Since the first video they made together, they've been sparking rumors about them dating and well, they have always looked like they're pretty into each other. On New Year's, Bryce Hall uploaded a slideshow to Instagram of his night. At the very end was a picture of him and Addison kissing. The internet blew up. For the next 30 days, neither of them said anything, but on January 30th, Bryce tweeted confirming that the two were just friends. Most fans were disappointed that their ship wasn't sailing, while others felt like there's still potential for them to end up together. And thus began the journey of the insanely confusing relationship of Addison and Bryce. About a month later, while speaking to ET, Addison said, "Things happened and then we just decided we're better off as friends for now because we both have like totally different lifestyles right now, and right now we're better off as friends and we both mutually decided that." Further shutting down the hope that they would actually end up dating. Hey, sometimes it's just not meant to be. But that wasn't all. In April, a clip of Bryce went viral where he said that the two were not opposed to dating, adding that "we're feeling out everything right now and we'll see what happens." A day after the clip went viral, Bryce's friend and fellow TikTok creator, Griffin Johnson, took to Twitter to stir things up a little with a tweet that said Bryce Hall can't get over his ex. That threw the fans into another spin of asking what is happening. And in June, things got confusing again. Addison and Bryce started hanging out again and posting TikToks, even the one that were more coupley. And at this point, it seemed like they were just low-key hinting that they were finally together. But they still weren't. Or so they said. Addison replied to a comment denying that the two were together and said that the coupley TikToks were just the trends and the choreography. By July, their public sightings increased. They were seen hanging out all the time, having dinner, going for strolls, hanging out for coffee, everything. But they still said they were just friends. Addison later ended up accepting that they had somewhat dated before, but that they weren't anymore by saying there were a lot of times when we were on, we were off, and it was just kind of a confusing situation. Right now, we're both just deciding that there are a lot of things going on in both of our lives, and we really need to focus on that at the end of the day. We're both still wishing the best for each other, and we're still friends, even though they were seen kissing on multiple occasions. But then, they started hanging out more and more, and more. We kept seeing them in lovey-dovey TikToks, and the fans were dying to hear them say that they were together. Well, finally, on the 1st of December, they did just that. Both Addison and Bryce uploaded videos confirming their relationship. And Addison's video was titled "The Truth About Us," and Bryce's was "I Went on a Date." The videos broke the internet and they spilled all the tea. They finally told us that the first time they met was at a party, where they also kissed for the first time and even accepted that they only really broke up once after officially dating for 3 days. All the other times they were hanging out but not officially dating. Addison said that the two are now together and that they have been since October 13th. And since this is their second swing at a relationship together, said that this will be interesting. Bryce threw shade at all the people that said that the two are only together to gain publicity by saying that this time is kind of successful because it's been more than 3 days. But remember, our designated breakup date is December 3rd. With their track record, who knows if they'd actually make it to the 3rd of December. But they do look like this time they're actually giving it a real shot, and the shippers couldn't be happier. Moving on to the next story. Millie Bobby Brown bullied off of TikTok? We first saw Millie Bobby Brown when she made her acting debut at the age of 12 in the hit Netflix series Stranger Things. Over the next few years, we have seen her grow up in front of our eyes. She's 16 years old now and hasn't really had an easy time growing up in the spotlight. In 2018, a bizarre trend took over Twitter where people would actually make up fake stories about meeting Millie and would say that she was insanely rude to them. The stories were absolutely crazy, but people still believed them. One of the most popular ones was when a girl tweeted that she met Millie Bobby Brown at the airport and asked to take a picture with her, to which Millie said, "Sure, but you have to remove your hijab." Another user replied to this tweet saying, "You don't even have a hijab in your profile picture." And she replied, "Because she ripped it off of me." Stories like this were seemingly harmless and pretty stupid, but then things took a weird turn. People started accusing her of being homophobic, called her a fat shamer, and said that she was awful to be around in person. A Twitter user tweeted, "I'm a gay trans woman. I was wearing my gay pride shirt at McDonald's. Suddenly, Millie Bobby Brown threw her piping hot coffee in my face and screamed, 'You you'll never be a real woman. Now I have PTSD and I'm blind.'" Although Millie's fans and anyone with a sane mind knew that all of this was just internet trolls picking on a child actor, this still blew up enough that Millie ended up deleting her Twitter account, one that she still hasn't reactivated. Moving from the toxicity of Twitter, Millie ended up on TikTok and people loved her content, but the trolls from Twitter followed her here too. Suddenly there were tons of edited TikToks with homophobic and rude captions that made Millie look like she was an awful person. And so on November 30th, Millie Bobby Brown quietly deleted her TikTok account and took herself out of the toxic environment. She later posted a story on Instagram saying that realizing that surrounding yourself with positivity is the happiest way of living. No hate and only love. Remember to be kind. Thank you. Some think that Millie is referring to the trolls who followed her over from Twitter, while others think it's because she was made fun of for using an Android instead of an iPhone in a post that was sponsored by Android. What everyone keeps forgetting is that this level of bullying is serious, especially when you're talking about a girl who's only 16 years old and has been bullied aggressively since she was 12. Hate like this would make an adult feel messed up. It's crazy to think what it would do to a teenager. Seems like Instagram is the last platform that Millie is staying at. Let's hope that the trolls end their trolling and at least let her be on one social media platform now, or we might lose her off the entire internet for good. And on to her final story. YouTube queen Trisha Paytas almost died? 2020 has been a year where a lot has happened. People have died and continue to die every day. We always seem to be on guard for when the next big name celebrity becomes a victim to this wretched year. Everything has been happening so fast that at this point, Twitter is considered a website where the news breaks. Many of us straight up get all our daily news from Twitter, especially the trending page. On December 1st, the hashtag RIP Trisha was trending all across Twitter. Tweets flooded everyone's feeds that TMZ had allegedly reported that Trisha Paytas got into a car crash and died. Typically, when news of someone dying comes out, even if it was someone problematic, people flip sides and pray for their soul. Not this time though. Twitter stayed angry at the allegedly dead Trisha. Users tweeted things like, hashtag RIP Trisha, nobody liked her and that's why she is famous. Good night Twitter, love ya. Some even said that the D'Amelio sisters and James Charles would be thrilled to hear of the news. But turns out that the whole thing was a hoax. Apparently, TMZ never posted a story about any incident involving Trisha, nor did they claim that she was dead. No one can track who claimed that TMZ broke the news in the first place, only the several hundred tweets with the hashtag could be found. Trisha took to Twitter and said, "Oh Twitter, thought I was dead? Yikes, I'm alive." And even though Trisha is certainly one of the most problematic people on this planet, it doesn't make it okay for anyone to joke about her dying like this. The whole ordeal was bizarre. One user replied to Trisha's tweet in a way that summed it up really well. "I'm very sorry those idiots were trending about you dying and that is very messed up and they should be ashamed of themselves. As much as we want Trisha's name to never pop up in drama again, we're glad that she is still around and that the hashtag was nothing but a hoax." And that's a wrap for latest TikTok drama for today. For more tea on all the influencers you love and hate, and to always keep up with the drama as it happens, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon for notifications. See you guys in the next video.